Introducing the purpose using in order to, so as to infinitive. 3. Position of in order to, so as to. 上兩堂我哋提過 in order to 同埋 in order not to。今堂我哋繼續講 in order to 嘅位置。For example, in order to finish the job earlier, he works from morning till night. He works from morning till night in order to finish the job earlier. He works from morning till night so as to finish the job earlier. In the 3 examples above, where can we put in order to or so as to? 你睇唔睇得出 in order to 同埋 so as to 嘅位置呢？ Note, in order to can be placed at the beginning of a sentence or after the main clause, while so as to can be placed after the main clause. The 2 phases must be followed by an infinitive. In order to is more formal. Task 1. We write the following using the patterns in the examples. Number 1. He went to Tokyo. He wanted to learn Japanese. Number 2. He worked longer than usual. He wanted to earn enough money to buy a flat. Number 3. He drove very slowly. He did not want to have an accident. Number 4. She bought a video camera. She wanted to record her baby's movement in the house. Number 5. She shut all the windows. She wanted to keep the mosquitoes out. Number 6. Mary is learning French. She wants to travel to Paris. Number 7. The government wants to discourage smoking among teenagers. It has increased the tax on tobacco. Number 8. The government intends to curb the smuggling activities at the border. It has increased penalty on the use of choris. Number 9. We want to improve the children's standard of English. We encourage them to read more. Number 10. Mr. Chan, an outspoken district board member, spent many hours visiting people in their homes. He wanted to win more support in the coming election. Answer key. Number 1. He went to Tokyo in order to or so as to learn Japanese. Number 2. He worked longer than usual in order to or so as to earn enough money to buy a flat. Number 3. He drove very slowly in order not to or so as not to have an accident. Number 4. She bought a video camera in order to or so as to record her baby's movement in the house. Number 5. She shut all the windows in order to or so as to keep the mosquitoes out. Number 6. Mary is learning French in order to or so as to travel to Paris. Number 7. In order to discourage smoking among teenagers, the government has increased the tax on tobacco. Number 8. In order to curb the smuggling activities at the border, the government has increased penalty on the use of choris. Number 9. In order to improve the children's standard of English, we encourage them to read more. Number 10. Mr. Chan, an outspoken district board member, spent many hours visiting people in their homes in order to, or so as to, win more support in the coming election. Note: number 7, 8, and 9 cannot start with so as to. If you use so as to, you cannot place it at the beginning of the sentence in number 7, 8, and 9. Task 2. Complete the following sentences. 大家可以按暫停，試下做一次答案啦。Here are the answers. Number 1. He decided to take a taxi so that he would not be late. Number 2. Mr. Brown booked his room at the hotel so as to upgrade it. Number 3. Bessie studies her lessons regularly so as to get a good understanding of the subject. Number 4. Mark phoned his friend in order to ask him to help him at once. Number 5. You better call Susan and remind her the date of the party so as to make sure she will prepare for it earlier that evening. Number 6. I need to buy some laundry detergent to wash the clothes by myself. Number 7. In order to jot down his instructions, I need a pen. Number 8. I'm taking a bus instead of flying so that I can save some money for shopping in Paris. Number 9. Ralph borrowed some money from his friend so as to buy a mobile phone at a special price. Number 10. Martina is trying to improve her English to provide herself a higher chance of getting the interpreting job. 你係咪寫咗唔同嘅答案呢？嗱，你可以試下問下你嘅老師，睇下係啱唔啱嘅。Task 2. Rewrite the following using in order not to. For example, he took off his shoes because he did not want his parents to hear him. Answer. He took off his shoes in order not to, or so as not to be heard by his parents. Number 1. He felt very miserable, so he looked for someone to share his life with. Number 2. I didn't drop in at your home last night because I didn't want to disturb you. Number 3. I won't light my Havana because it might bother her. Number 4. He destroyed all proof against him because he did not want to be discovered. Number 5. I was very cold, so I put on the stove. Here are the answers. Number 1. He looked for someone to share his life with so as not to feel very miserable. Number 2. I didn't drop in at your home last night so as not to disturb you. Number 3. I won't light my Havana so as not to bother her. Number 4. He destroyed all proof against him so as not to be discovered. Number 5. I put on the stove so as not to feel cold. Now do the exercise to test yourself. Bye.